Welcome back to Take Tuesday. I'm so sorry. I was reliving the fabulous taco bar at First Friday last week. So I hope you were able to enjoy. Thank you to all who did come out, and thank you to our sponsors, Mission Critical Group, for supporting your Dyess FSS. Today, on episode 7 of Take Tuesday, we are going to be covering your May events, and also our special guest is Miss Mandy, who is the community childcare coordinator, with the youth programs, and we're going to be talking about FCC. So let's get into it. So as mentioned, we are going to go over all of your May events. So this is your May event roadmap, and we are going to start it off with May 8th is our Military Spouse Appreciation event. That event is being held at the Youth Center. RSVPs for this event are closed. However, spouses are still welcome to join us. There will be food, flowers, and we have our wonderful sponsors who will have additional goodies for anyone who is not able to RSVP. That event is from 11 to 1:30. Again, it is at the Youth Center. The very next day, May 9th, our bowling facility, Dyess Lanes, is hosting Mother's Day bowling, and that is from 1 to 4, and moms get complimentary shoes and 2 games of bowling. Then on May 15th, we have a pool tournament. That is a billiards pool tournament, not a water pool tournament, at the Hangar Center from 5:30 to 7:30, and this is a free event. The very next day, on May 16th, is the Armed Forces Kids Run. This year, it is a color run, so dress your kids to get covered in color, and this is from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Youth Center. May 21st, every age group has an opportunity to do something because we have 3 events that day. The Bataan Death March with the Fitness Center starting at 8 a.m. and it is scheduled to go through 2 p.m. End of School Bash hosted by the Youth Center, and that is from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And then you can close out your night with Trivia Night at the Hangar Center from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. So you have no excuse to be bored on May 24th because we got you covered from the morning all the way to the evening. To round off our month of May, May 26th through the 29th, the Youth Center is hosting a splash camp scheduled to go from 12 to 2 p.m. every day. This is for ages 7 through 18, so be sure to get them registered on CYP BMS. And then, drumroll please, our outdoor fishing trips are back. Yay! May 16th and May 30th from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m., so be sure to reach out to Outdoor Rec and ask for Mr. Austin Chapman to get your name on the list because there are very limited spots. Lots of events happening in May. We hope you guys reach out to our programmers and get on the list if there is a list, or get registered through CYP BMS, or scan the QR code for the Bataan Death March to get signed up. If you have any questions about this event, be sure to drop them in our comments or feel free to message us. We are happy to get you connected with the programmers that are applicable to those events.
Hey, God's wanted. Life God's wanted.
Welcome back to our special guest section of Take Tuesday, and today we are joined by Miss Mandy, who is the Community Childcare Coordinator with our youth programs, and she's here to talk about everything FCC and maybe provide some answers to questions that are looming out in our Dyess community. So thank you, Miss Mandy, for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. So, FCC, what does it stand for, and what is the program?
So, FCC stands for Family Childcare.
Okay.
And it is basically taking care of children out of one's home.
Okay.
So, on and off base, you can be certified through the Air Force, taking care of military and civilian children.
Okay. And when you say certified through the Air Force, does that mean that the licensing and certification is paid for by the Air Force?
Yes.
Or okay.
Yep.
Cool. So very low threshold when it comes to like monetary investment into starting an FCC house.
Yes, it's very little startup costs. There might be a few little startup costs that providers would have to endure, but I provide a resource library that has a ton of toys, shelving, you name it. We provide all the training, everything that they need to get started with their business.
Oh, cool.
This is basically they're building their own childcare business.
Nice. So who is eligible to apply, I guess, for this program?
Basically, military spouses are eligible to apply, retired spouses, and if there's anybody else that is wanting to apply, they can just reach out to me and see if their qualifications do match up. They can reach me at 325-696-2839.
Perfect. And say that there is a military spouse who has kids who stay at home, whether they're younger or I don't know if there's an age limit to these programs. Are they able to have an FCC with their children at home?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is a great opportunity for, spouses who want to make a little bit of extra money, but still want to stay home with their own children too. So they can stay home with their children up to age 6 in ratio. So the max children that they can have is 6 kids.
Okay.
To include their own.
Okay.
So 2 under the age of 2, and then the rest can be 2+.
Okay. So there is some ratio age requirements or limits when starting a FCC in your home.
Yes. They do get paid for their own child in care as well, as long as they meet the Air Force requirement to bring on a military subsidy child in care too.
Okay.
So.
And military subsidy child means just a military affiliated child, or is that?
Yeah, so it's so if there was a child that was to get at the CDC or to want to get at the CDC, but they couldn't get a spot yet, the CDC or school age program, they're based off total family income.
Okay.
That's what FCC would bring them in as, and then that's what they would pay the provider.
I see.
And then Air Force makes up the difference because there's a little bit more with FCC. They charge a little bit more.
Nice.
In that aspect.
Perfect. So they're well taken care of when it comes to starting up their business, their childcare. You're here to support them through the whole process from getting onboarded, getting their licensing, and then we have our age groups. People who are looking for FCC providers, currently my understanding is there are no spots available for children to find an FCC spot. Is that correct?
Correct.
So the importance of this is we need FCC providers.
Yes.
Because that will shorten the wait list at our current CDC and youth all programming. So if you're interested in learning more about what FCC is, if you have more questions after this, or know that you want to start this journey moving forward, please reach out to Miss Mandy. She is the community childcare coordinator with our youth programs. And your phone number one more time?
325-696-2839.
Perfect. 2839. If you're on base, it's just 696-2839. If you have any additional questions and you can't reach out, because I'm sure she's busy out there looking for those childcare providers, comment below. Be sure to follow us on our social media. If you're joining us on YouTube, drop a comment and subscribe. Thank you again, Miss Mandy, for joining us, and we appreciate you taking time out of your day.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It is now time for our Take2sday question of the week. As you heard, we have a lot of great events in May, so we want to know what event you are looking forward to the most. I think for me, it is the Military Spouse Appreciation event coming up this Friday. Super excited. So thank you so much for joining us on episode 007. And if you're out inbox, I messed it up.
Keep going.
Okay.
Save it.
What was it? Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us on episode 007. And if your inbox lost on Monday, be sure to catch us on Take2sday.
Throw the cards on the table and walk out.
You guys are too much sometimes.